Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Bob. We are here in a very, very, very hot Cirencester in Gloucestershire. A lovely old town. In fact, it's a very old city dating back to Roman times and probably a little earlier than that. I'd love to show you around, but it's too hot to go anywhere. So it's about 31 degrees at the moment. It's really hot. The dogs have been paddling in our paddling pool. It has been rather warm, but we should probably jump into some questions that have been asked by channel members and patrons. So we're going to start with Patreon, as I so like to do.
Are we starting to?
We'll start at the bottom, I think, and work your way up because they're the oldest ones.
Oh, okay. Okay, so from Paul Watts. Hi Ian and Carly, how is Betty performing as a tow vehicle? Makes light work with Bob, question mark.
Yeah. Betty was absolutely superb. In fact, we're seriously missing the air conditioning because we're back with Bella today. You will have seen the update on her revised rear suspension. And yeah, it's been hot going, hasn't it?
Yeah, although it did make us have a realisation when we did have Betty with Bob that Betty's rear end is also a bit baggy.
Yeah, saggy.
Yeah.
Bit saggy, yeah. But Betty does droop somewhat at the rear as well. So she probably needs some suspension work too.
Good thing we know the UK's Aussie Ford expert.
Yeah. I'm sure Up and Down Vids would love to do the suspension overhaul. So yeah, we're probably going to start assembling some parts to make Betty good again. Because, I mean, she sags the backside anyway. So clearly at 315,000 kilometres, she's feeling a bit tired.
I mean, yeah, she's same with Bella. What was she, 175 when it went?
Yeah.
So 20 years old.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, there or thereabouts. But we don't really want to use Betty because her first when towing was about 18 mpg.
It was sickening, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the worst, the very worst we've had out of Bella the Belingo is 38 mpg. So yeah, we aren't going to be doing too much towing with Betty, I don't think. Nothing answers that one.
William Tether, are you feeling better now that the fleet size has reduced to a manageable amount and the vehicles have gone to a good home? Edit, just saw the Altsits are up for sale now, better luck with it.
Oh, thank you, William. Yeah, it's definitely starting to feel a better headspace.
Yeah.
There's just too much stuff sitting around that nothing was happening with. So the Yugo had to go, and it's in the perfect place. It's, what is it, petrol power?
Where? What we're going social?
Fuel power.
Fuel power.
Fuel
Jake.
power.
Fuel power Jake.
Fuel power J, yes.
And Matt Pink.
Yes. So they are already reporting.
Yeah, it's been brilliant. Lots and lots of videos on the Fuel Power channel.
They haven't done very much with it yet, but they've done far more than I have. So
well, she's clean.
Encouraging. Yeah, clean. The first time.
But no, I mean, I've been watching Matt Pink and he's had all kinds of parts come in for her and everything.
Yeah, he's
and
got some good contacts
the,
over in Serbia.
Interesting details like, you know, the made in Yugoslavia bits and all of that, which there is no Yugoslavia.
Yeah, so that's good. The Camry's gone. I haven't heard any more about it yet, but I'm hoping that engine swap will happen and that'll be back up and running. Perhaps we can meet up with that again. Altsits are now for sale. I've got those on Car and Classic at the moment. It's a bit reluctant, but again, we're just struggling so much. It's this time of year. Winter tends to be my tinkering time anyway, because in the summer you've got events, you've got the good weather to get out and film reports. We've currently got the freedom that the Hubnuts are with their dad, so... And of course we haven't got school or anything like that. There's nothing tying us to Wales. We can actually get out and film together.
Yeah.
Although the dogs stop us filming too much together. We can't do too many road tests together.
But I mean, this is kind of the trial run, isn't it? Next year we're already thinking about the fact that we'll hit the road when the Hubnuts are away and plan shows, because there's so many shows.
Yeah, so hopefully we haven't managed to do any meeting and greeting on this trip, and that bothers me. I would really like to.
It's just time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Adrian McGraw. Hi Ian and Carly, are there any general plans for the channel and the fleet over the UK autumn-winter months, if they can be shared? Thanks for the entertainment and humour. Cheers, Adrian.
That's AU loving Adrian in Australia. So William's in New Zealand, I think, and I assume the first one was UK, so we're well represented already. I never really plan anything. I didn't plan for this to become a camping channel. And in truth, it's not. It's not going to become a camping channel. We're just doing a lot of camping right now.
But we are thinking about the Bob thing, because we didn't think, like the Belingo, we didn't think Bob would get as much attention as Bob is getting.
No.
So Bob needs a little bit of...
Yeah.
I don't know. But I don't know what the solution is.
I'm desperate to do something with Talk. Hopefully you've seen a video on Talk. If you haven't, it's coming soon. we had just a little outing, but I need to have a bigger adventure in Tuck, really. The year's disappearing fast, and it's her 50th year, so I think we need to go off and do something. So yeah, that's what I'd like to do. Obviously we've got to get Daihatsu finished. We are so close on that. We're just not at home, so we can't really progress it.
No.
Ellie, yeah, Ellie's engine swap.
Vitally, Ellie.
Although it might be that we fixed the original crankcase, the one where the head pulled out of the crankcase. We might try and fix that. I'm in discussions with some friends to see what we can do. So yeah, there's some revivals need to happen for sure.
Definitely. I mean, we could do things, bodywork stuff with Foxanne and Tuck.
Yeah.
Look at that kind of thing as big projects.
I had kind of hoped to have Tuck tidied up for her 50th birthday, but we're running out of year.
Yeah.
51st birthday maybe.
No, bless her. Fab and 51.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
So, Nigel Hancock. Ian, what is your view on 40-year plus old cars not having to get an MOT?
This is a tricky one because I'm really against the idea, but Tuck hasn't been MOT'd for several years because I'm taking full advantage of that. It's slightly different with Tuck because Tuck's a free-wheeler. It's more difficult to find somewhere that will test free-wheelers, and there are fewer and fewer places all the time. Not every MOT garage is set up because obviously you need a ramp with a bit down the middle so it doesn't fall off. So
bless her.
Yeah,
just hanging there in the air.
She is, and I do so few miles in her. So yeah,
I think
I do have concerns there because we've seen cars coming up for sale and it's just like tax and MOT exempt, drive it away, and it's clearly absolutely hanging.
Yeah, I think if it was your daily with your family, if it was your daily or with your family, I know that there isn't the same level of safety as there is with a modern car, but to make it as safe as you can.
Yeah, because with the best will in the world, I have cars that fail MOTs or pick up advisories, so even those who know what they're doing to a certain extent will get caught out, and having a professional check your car every year, not that big a deal, I don't think. Because the Inva car is only me in it, I'm not taking the family out in that. So yeah.
Do you think you could
mixed views, I'm going to say on that
find a little caravan tiny enough for Tuck Devil? That would be hilarious, wouldn't it?
Yeah. That would have to be very small.
Yeah, teeny tiny. So, Finn Wren, while you generally prefer older cars, more importantly, the base spec ones, what modern car features have grown on you?
Well, today, air conditioning. Air conditioning, like central locking. The Berlingo doesn't have central locking. It's an absolute pain. Especially as some of the things are quite difficult to reach, some of the parts of it. I like electric windows as well. Being able to open windows around the car help just get the air flowing. So yeah, there's definitely convenience features I like. Cruise control I like, but it's difficult to use in this country because people are so bad at keeping a consistent speed. If everyone was using cruise control, it would be lovely.
Creature comforts.
Yeah.
Because when we all have to hop out of Bella and make sure we lock the doors.
Yeah.
Wind up the windows,
etc.
Yeah, I think the creature comforts is what new cars bring.
Yeah.
And there is some really nice styling about it at the moment. Hyundai, as we mentioned before.
Yeah, Hyundai, Peugeot are on the ball again after many years Peugeot in the doldrums. Yeah.
And I hate to say it's one of their SUVs that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very depressing.
I know, bad news.
But well done, Peugeot.
James Ashton, other than wiping performance and ride comfort, what do you look for when buying a vehicle? That isn't meant as a dig. Hashtag £2,000 rear windscreen wipers. Yeah. He didn't put that hashtag, I put the hashtag. Yeah. What makes a car characterful to you? So what do you look for when buying a vehicle? And what makes it
characterful? I've heard someone say on Facebook today that they've got a Mark III Berlingo and said, oh, well, it hasn't got as much character as yours has. But Bella doesn't strike me as a car with character. Not the same way as Tuck and Ellie.
I know. See, this is it.
They've got proper little faces.
No, I think the Berlingo, I think she's got a little smiley face. I think they all have their own personality because it seems they all have a name. You've got Wilbert the Peugeot partner, and you've got James Walsh with Rupert and Frida, who I really want to meet, and then we've got Bella, and I think she is characterful.
Well, in truth, I don't know. There has to be something. It doesn't have to sparkle to drive, but it has to be decently competent. I mean, I have no desire to take Bella around a racetrack, but I can maintain a nice speed with no
She's comfortable, isn't she?
She's comfortable and she handles well enough for you to feel comfortable.
So, character aside, what do you look for when buying a vehicle? It just catches your eye, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You're like a magpie.
Is it cheap? And these days, that's harder to find.
You're just a magpie. You're like shiny. Must buy.
I just want to try everything, to be honest, and I accept there isn't time. So, but sometimes something just gets me enough, and I think I'm having that.
That was Shemmy, wasn't it?
Let's remember, there's only been one car purchased this year.
Yes, there has. There has.
And that's it, sitting outside.
Yeah.
Our tow vehicle this weekend. Jago, don't pee on the paddling pool. Dogs.
It's his now.
Yeah, it's his paddling pool now. I've planned to put my feet back in that. I may have changed my mind.
Oh God. Justin Mepham, how do you find it reversing your trailer tent?
Oh, it's tricky.
Trailer tent?
Oh, folding camper. You're in trouble now. It is very tricky to reverse because it is very twitchy. And single axle trailers and caravans tend to be. They can get away from you very quickly. So I'm getting there, but
however,
I still find myself getting a bit caught out.
Yeah, however, gravel aside, extremely manoeuvrable by hand.
Oh yeah,
extremely manoeuvrable.
Yeah, we're on a gravel pitch today, and trying to move it around by hand is really difficult. The jockey wheel just sinks.
But elsewhere, if you're on concrete or grass or any hard standing,
very easy,
really easy to manoeuvre.
And now the handbrake actually works properly.
Yeah. So what we tend to do is sort of
get close,
get it on the pit ish, and then push it back.
Manoeuvre by hand.
Yeah, really easy to do. So that's all of this is a Patreon question.
Okay, that's all the Patreon questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody, and thank you for your continued support.
Yeah, thank you for your
continued support, guys.
Yeah, I'll just pause while I find the YouTube ones. Right, YouTube questions. We'll try and black through these because there's quite a lot of them. Go.
Tony Smith, thank you for all the content and looking forward to seeing Shemmy back on the road soon. So are we.
Yeah.
The Hublets are back in about just over 2 weeks, and hopefully that'll be priority then because we're more grounded and we can do that kind of stuff, which is brilliant. And then I can drive. Woo!
Yeah, and we'll see how long it takes for us to get a test.
Your plans for the alt sits?
Well, that's quite obvious. I think this question was asked before I actually put them on the market as sale items, but yeah, they are sadly for sale. So if you'd like an old sit, do get in touch. If you'd like two, even better.
It's a bit of a bug off. Buy one, get one free.
Buy one, get one free.
One, like Burger King, is flame grilled. Yeah.
and in short, I'd like my 1,600 quid back, which is what I paid for the good one.
However, it is negotiable, let's be honest.
Yeah, yes. The ride home is important.
Is more important.
Yeah. Next.
Yes. And I apologise if I butcher your name. Marut Yasu Slujata Borms.
It's a great name.
Love it. Have finally ordered some merch, and I always wanted a Tuk miniature. Many thanks to you and Carly for the wonderful videos. Enjoy Bob and Bella when she's healthy again. She is healthy again.
Oh, thank you. Wonderful. And the merch he's referring to, we do now have little Tuk models available.
176 scale.
176. They are small. We may have sold out, but I'm in the process of trying to find more. So we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
But we offered them to channel members and patrons first as a bit of a thank you because we do so little for you. So the first 50 were snapped up very quickly.
Yes, we've got another 50 coming.
We've got another 50 coming, and if there's demand, maybe I'll see if I can get a few more. But they've actually got Tuk's number plate on. Yeah, this is something Oxford Diecast did because they asked me for a bit of help with the research because they've already put out a model in the car, and as kind of a thank you, they've done a limited run with Tuk's number plate, which I think is really sweet of them. So very, very nice. There's been a bit of a delay. People who ordered them have been waiting, wondering where they are. That's because we've also ordered up some special cards. So you can buy these Oxford Diecast Inver cars on other places, any other sort of model retailer, but only ours will come with a card, and each one will be numbered, a unique number.
And I know somebody has asked for theirs to be signed as well. So
yeah, we can do that as well. Not a problem. Yeah.
Yes. Mopeda. Hi, Ian, Carly, and Hublets.
Hello.
Just wanted to say thank you for the continued excellent content.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm so glad you got a Berlingo. I can experience the joys of ownership vicariously. Oh, you need one. I don't want to be a bad influence, but you do. I do have
one. Mo's quite into the micro camping lifestyle. I think.
I know. But I think they're thinking smaller than a Berlingo. Yeah. I do have one question though. Do you have any more socials planned for the south, southwest, or the Midlands?
Oh, we've been absolutely hopeless. The year is just the year has just got away from us. There's been yeah, so much going on, so much uncertainty. It's been really difficult to plan anything, and I might have to just pause and go and kill a small dog. Yeah, go. Dogs have been calmed down.
Yeah. So socials in the southwest Midlands.
Yeah.
We are going to a social.
Should we mention that?
In September.
Someone else's.
The field looks large. I think we're okay.
Okay. I think we need to check this one before we announce.
We might check this one, but we are making an appearance somewhere in September. Yeah, and so is Bob actually. So that's going to be interesting. We're going to set up camp, and
but not camp.
No, we're going to camp.
But not there.
No, we're not camping at the social place. But wherever we're camping, we're going to have to take Bob away, leave a pitch, come back with Bob.
Okay.
Because Bob needs to meet the micro caravan. Old people might.
Yeah. We'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you, Mo. Deep Blue Dreams. What is the most interesting wiper blade? Oh, we're not going to fire through these now. What is the most interesting wiper blade setup you've seen thus far in your adventures?
Oh well, I guess the Lamborghini Countach and Ferrari Berlinetta Boxer double blades on one pantograph wiper setter. That's definitely a firm favourite. I'm hoping to get some footage of one of those. So if that happens, you will see it on this channel. It needs to happen. You
got some headlight wiper action this week?
Yeah. Vauxhall Senator headlamp wiper action. Hot, steamy stuff. But I really need to capture XJS pantograph headlamp wipers.
What did we see the other day? Do you know what's sad now? Is that the other day there was a set of wipers, like, what were they on? And I showed them to you and they were hypnotic. Was it the...
It was the other Alpine.
Yes.
Because I've just driven an Alpine GTA and someone posted one on Twitter with the overlapping crazy wipers.
Very strange. But now I watch wipers as well.
Yeah. But unfortunately those Alpine ones look amazing, but they're actually quite rubbish as actual windscreen wipers. Massive corners of disappointment. A bit of water left in the middle of the windscreen. Very poor. But wonderful also. Next.
Scottish car enthusiasts and trains, isn't it?
Yes.
I've got Antra.
It always cuts it off. Yeah.
Halloween and Carly, hope you're both well. Very well. We're bobbling about in Bob. Many thanks for the videos. They've been very entertaining, informative and just brilliant. My question this month is, are we going to see some Miss Hubnut videos now that you are having little trips away in the Conway Cruiser? Just purchased a little tuk which will look splendid in my office at home. Indeed it will. These models are ridiculously cute. So ironically, I think the Miss Hubnut videos are going to come when we're at home. Yeah, we haven't had time to record any. Because it's one hell of a leap to suddenly start recording videos about towns that are nowhere near home, but you've never been to and don't know anything about. Yeah. Whereas all the Miss Hubnut content so far has been places we know, places we've been to, places we like. They're very familiar to us, but yes, I think more Miss Hubnut. There's places local to us.
I'm just going to have to check that power cable, I think.
Okay.
I'm worried we're not charging. There we go. Oh, we might not have had sound very well. Sorry about that, people. I just noticed that the battery seemed to be going down, which suggested the mic adapter wasn't in properly, and it wasn't. So you'll have had terrible sound up to this point. After the microphone fell at some point. I can't remember when the microphone fell, but yeah, technical issues. Onwards.
So yeah, Miss Hubnut videos. I think there'll be more than when we're at home, because there's places like Lampeter, which is University Town, with an amazing little Italian cafe. Italian cafes were massive in Wales and there's not very many of them left. Then you've got Llandersil, with the River Tyvi running through, which is another quaint little town. Probably go up north a bit more.
I wonder if it might be an idea to do some stuff about Welsh traditions and language.
Traditions and language, I think so.
Yeah.
Things like, because I've talked a lot in recent videos, because the Eisteddfod was in Ceredigion, which is where we live,
and we were
about the Eisteddfod, and I can't emphasize how big it is in Welsh culture, because in the lead up, when you bumped into people, they would ask if you were going to the Steddfod.
Yeah.
It's so important. But yeah, and also the what's it called? Buff Welsh show.
Oh, the Royal Welsh.
Royal Welsh, that's massive as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's loads of little stories and things that we could share.
So yeah, we will get that channel back up and running again. And perhaps Hubnots as well. Hubnots has fallen a bit out of wave, so I've been so busy. Yeah.
We've just been so busy. This is the thing, we have been in Bob, but Bob is a means to an end. Bob gets us to road tests and shows and whatnot. Yeah,
we're not in Bob just for the high life.
I wish we were.
Yeah.
Just gallivanting Bob.
I mean, it's quite nice. We're sitting here.
No, we get it's wonderful. I mean, what a lovely thing to come home to our little Bob. which is convenient because the next question
Oh, here we go.
is about Bob. So, Fullwell 1 makes a change chatting on here as opposed to Twitter. I'd be really interested in more thoughts on Bob versus a small caravan, or even a large caravan to be fair. Is Bob a stepping stone? Is there a genuine advantage to having the more compact solution, or would more comfort appeal? How hard is it to find a Bob and arrange tow bar, etc.? So let's work through that. Bob versus small caravan. We might actually be doing that video in
Can't open the side upon a caravan like
No.
that. I'm just going to steal you from that position there. We've got the entire side over there open, so to boost the ventilation, and the window behind. We've got the curtain closed because obviously we don't want to be backlit, and also the sun is scorching hot. But these huge meshes, plenty of ventilation there, ventilation at the front, ventilation at the back, and all the storage. Yeah, it's just a flexible way of working, and it doesn't actually take too long to pack all this down.
No, no. I mean, today, because we were moving from park to park, we just literally chucked everything down and off we went.
Yeah.
Obviously with a view to weight distribution. So, I am a massive caravan fan, and I will always be a massive caravan fan. But I don't consider this a stepping stone, personally. I know lots of people have said it is, but I don't think so. I mean, Bob is easier to tow than a caravan because it's got visibility.
Yeah.
Bob is very easy to erect.
60-second erection.
And with regards to comfort, Bob is really comfortable.
Yeah. I mean,
these sofas are really comfortable. Yeah. The bed is really comfortable.
Yeah, we flipped the mattress around, didn't we? Or we swapped them end to end, and I'm finding it much more comfortable.
And our little sleeping pod is lovely.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Really lovely. How hard is it to find a Bob? Not very hard to find a Bob. If you look on local swap shops and whatnot, there are a lot of them about. Varying ages, varying prices, and also varying degrees of how much they've been used. Before we got Bob...
Yeah, there's no barking at the biplane, sorry.
No, it's people.
Obviously people.
Yeah, people.
Keep talking, hold the stick.
Hold the stick.
While I murder a dog.
I don't know where I'm pointing the stick.
You.
Do you think that's okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Bobs, you can get them varying prices. Now there is a difference between a trailer tent and a folding camper, and I didn't get it in the beginning, but I do now. And the difference is that a trailer tent is literally that. It's a tent space. It's your beds that pull out. Whereas these folding campers are almost a caravan with a fabric top. You've got everything you need. You've got wardrobes, you've got cupboards, you've got your kitchen unit. And another project for the autumn winter that we talked about will be health check for Bob, get his gas, electric and water going, so that next year we can actually use Bob's kitchen. Oh.
I was hoping not, yeah. I had. I'd managed to mute myself while I was telling the dog off.
Okay.
Good boy, stay there.
So, yeah, very easy to find. As I say, your local swap shops, there were about 3 or 4 in our local shop.
Yeah.
Swap shop, wasn't there?
Oh, we lost the questions.
It's okay,
now.
I've got this. Yeah, there was about 3 or 4 in our local swap shop, but make sure you look at them. Look at the frame underneath, although they are galvanised, aren't they? Is it galvanised?
Yeah, it is galvanised.
Yeah.
More of an issue is the state of the canvas. Obviously, you can't see that until it's unfurled, so you've got to make sure the person's actually happy for it to be unfurled. It takes no time at all. You don't have to fully...
No, Bob was up, which was great.
Yeah, you don't have to fully erect it to be able to check the state of the canvas.
But also, another thing is that with the Conway Cruiser particularly, because they ran from 1984 up till 2013 under Pennine, there are lots of spares and parts.
Yeah.
You can get cupboards, you can get doors, you can get canopies. We're replacing our tarpaulin. We've got a brand new tarpaulin that's just been custom made for us. It's brilliant. It's really, really good in that the availability of parts as well.
Yeah, which would be good news to Timo, who owns the Renault Espace on Avantime. I tested recently.
That was such a cool...
He now has a 1991,
I know.
right, Conway Cruiser.
I was right.
Yeah,
I knew it.
Yeah.
Geek. I am a geek. I
I hope you're enjoying the sound of a biplane flying overhead. It was doing...
smoke rings earlier, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was having a good old
and arranging a tow bar. I mean, we had issues because we had Betty on an Aussie one.
Betty was complicated, but any EU car you should be able to get an EU approved tow bar for.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I hope, sorry I've rambled a bit about Bob, but favourite subject matter.
Yeah. Next.
Mike S. No real questions, just wanted to say thank you to you both for all the great videos.
Oh, thank you very much.
Matt Phillips, hi guys, really enjoying the mix you're producing, tinkering videos plus the family Bob videos. It's like seeing video diaries from friends. Oh, that's lovely, thank you. My question is, do you go looking for cars to road test, or is it a case of now you're famous, people are queuing up to get you to test their cars?
Oh, very much a bit of both. Quite a lot of the cars are offered, and some I will go and hunt down. But it can be quite difficult to hunt them down. I mean, I came terrifyingly close to driving a Gilburn recently, and that sort of kind of fell through at the last minute because
I mean, this is
looks like it's sold.
Yeah, this is the nature of it, is that cars can be quite fluid. Sometimes people have one in their collection, and you think, I'm going to go and do that car, and time doesn't allow it.
Yeah, a lot of people email, an awful lot of people email me, and I've been very bad at getting back to folk. Because we've been struggling to get out on the road that much, and even when we've gone to areas where I know there are cars, we just don't have time to do that many cars. On Tuesday this week, was it?
It's trying to put all your...
I did the Senator, Alpine and a Smart all in one day, and the chap had a Renault Espace I could have done as well, but after 3 cars you're kind of done in, especially in this heat. And
especially with no air conditioning.
Trying to remember all the facts so you don't get muddled and say, you know, the Alpine came out in 1998, built by Smart. You know, it's a struggle. So yeah, we're trying to get there.
If you're still looking, could I suggest you look for a Hillman Avenger for a road test?
Oh, would love to. No, not a Tiger either. I want to drive a Bogo Avenger.
It would bring back childhood memories of my dad's old estate with its skin blistering black vinyl seats. Ouch.
Oh, we should have spoken to the Avenger owners at Festival of the Exception. I think there were 2 estates. The blue one and a red one.
Well, if you hashtag it on Twitter, you might get, or if you're watching, you never know. Never know. Ian Ellis with a picture of a caravan. Nice. Hi Ian and Carly, glad to see you enjoying your adventures in Bob. We've owned a caravan for many years now and absolutely love it. Yeah, we absolutely love the Bob life. My question is, as your fleet now consists of Took, Ellie, Betty, Foxanne, Shemi and the GSA, which all of which seem to be keepers, plus now Bella,
becoming a problem.
Do you see yourself expanding the fleet, if at all? Thank you, Ian.
I'm desperate to get the fleet down a bit, and it's a shame because I love collection capers. They are the absolute ultimate. Nothing gives me more joy than a collection caper. The excitement, is it going to get you home? Is it going to actually be any good? I absolutely adore that, because genuinely I have no idea how it's going to pan out, and far too much of the time it's really boring and I get home with no problem. Occasionally there's a bright pink monstrosity that seems to develop clutch and gearbox issues on the way home, but yeah, I do miss that. But similarly, I just want to try and focus on the core fleet a bit. I've been neglecting core fleet members.
I think when the Altsits are gone, oh god, we know what somebody wants to come join us.
Yes.
But that aside, I think if something genuinely caught your eye, a little gem like Shemi or the Camry caught your eye, I think that could happen. But I don't think it will be a keeper necessarily.
Yeah. Oh, he's just turned the smoke on. I don't know if you can see. We've got a biplane doing stunts outside our caravan while we're trying to record our Q&A. Up he goes to the top, and he's going to dive all the way back down. You probably can't see, I can't zoom in.
Amazing things. Oh god, look, it's terrifying.
Yeah, that sounds like the engine cut.
It's like, pull up. There he goes. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so that's...
Should we just sit here and watch planes?
We'll just sit here and watch planes. Sorry, this is going really badly.
Cool.
Where were we?
We are too. So we've talked about the fleet and if we were going to have another edition. We don't know that.
Yeah, we don't know in truth. I'm not looking, certainly not looking.
The Webshire just bought a model Took. How cute.
Thank you.
What made you go into selling models? Do you have plans for any other like Ellie or Betty? I just had an idea.
Oh.
If we could make a model of a tiny Bella and a tiny Bob attachment.
That would be amazing, but I think the tooling would cost an absolute fortune. I mean, the Oxford diecast one came about because they were already making an Invacar and they planned to, and they did. It's yeah, I mean, it's something I'm willing to look into. I'd love to have models of the fleet. We've already got a model Betty that was made at some point, but I guess the company has long since stopped making those. Probably about 20 years ago they stopped making those.
By Betty, do you mean Betty specifically, or?
No, it's not Betty specifically, but it is a gold AU with
It
boot
would be
spoiler.
lovely to have the fleek, because I think there's a hankering for
Yeah.
them, with how the tucks are
We'll
going.
see how the tuck ones go, because it all depends on how many you can sell, of course. If it's not viable, it's not viable.
No,
but
no.
if it is, we'd love to do
Yeah.
it.
James G. Now this is interesting because he has a Rover 75 called Skylar, and the question kind of relates in a way. So there's been a few Hubnut cars which haven't worked out, or you didn't seem to gel with.
One or
I was
two.
wondering, out of those cars, which ones left you feeling the most disappointed that it didn't work out?
Most disappointed. Oh.
Now, the reason I mention this is because we were following a Rover 75 in the same
Copperleaf,
colour of
yeah.
Rita on the way down. And it's such a beautiful car, but it just didn't work for us, unfortunately.
It just wasn't. No,
But it's just such
wasn't
a
right.
shame.
I mean, in truth, Betty doesn't work for us either. It's just
No.
obviously I've got a strong personal attachment to that car, and I
feel-
absolutely love it.
I feel
As a family car, Betty's not ideal.
guilty about Primera because it was a good car.
It just wasn't
But
comfortable.
holy Moses, those seats.
Yeah.
I
I
think-
don't know about disappointed. The Primera might be it, actually, because the first impressions of the Primera are, this is great. It was a 400 quid car, and it handled superbly. The engine was really lusty, but it was still pretty good on fuel for a 2-litre 4-cylinder. But then, that trip to Southampton, and that dream was over.
Yeah. It wasn't just a little bit of, that was agony.
Yeah,
That was agony,
both of us in absolute agony. So that was the end of that car.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, John Malloy, hi Ian and Carly. By now,
Hello.
I am sure you've found that Betty's mile munching abilities are unaffected by towing Bob.
Mm-hmm.
How much did the towing affect Betty's wonderful fuel? Do I detect sarcasm?
Yeah, I think we've already discussed that. It took it down from about 27
25
to
to 18.
yeah, which is
Yeah.
less of a reduction than we're seeing with Bella, I suppose, because her best is 60 and her worst while towing is 38. So that's a big drop.
Yeah.
But we seem to be doing better today. But then I thought that last time. We've done about 250 miles since I last filled up.
It's difficult,
And
isn't
we're
it? Because
still just above half
we
a
are
tank.
literally everywhere at the moment. The terrains are so different.
Yeah,
So it's hard
yeah.
to compare the mileage.
Yeah, hilly terrain,
Yeah.
stop-start traffic is an absolute killer, and there was so much of that in the south of England. We didn't hit too much stop-start today, so
No,
we've done quite
no,
well.
no.
Yeah.
Ohio Pete, what's your to-do list and wish list for the pop-up camper? Oh,
Stuff to do
okay,
on the pop-up
I got
camper.
this.
Okay, here we go.
So originally we didn't want a skirt or an awning, but we have bought a gazebo. It's not quite the right fit for
Yeah,
us.
it's not quite working
So
for
we
us.
would like a skirt and an awning, but I want to be pernickety. I want to have ones that match, which means that's going to close down that gene pool quite a lot to get matching ones.
Is this where the 500 quid camper starts getting a lot more expensive?
Possibly.
Yeah.
We've got to do the water system.
Yeah.
Got to clean
Still
that
haven't done
through.
that.
We've got to get the gas done.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to get the electrics done properly. Just checked over a general health check on Bob. We need to wax that cupboard now, unfortunately, as it's
Yeah,
taking
someone,
a bit of a battering.
someone has managed to batter the absolute what's out of that cupboard. I don't know who that was. No idea.
No?
No.
Okay.
Moving swiftly on.
Yeah, so wish list, I just want to go bobbling about as much as possible, really.
Yeah. We actually want to camp in Bob.
Yeah. We're living very simply in here. I think we're about there with all the things we need, because we needed a shoe rack. We now have a shoe rack.
Yeah, we've got a shoe rack. We've got more storage over there as well.
Yeah, we're trying out the halogen air fryer, which is
Yeah.
fantastic.
That'll be the day.
So yeah, it's been. There isn't really much that we would add to this. It's simple in itself. You don't need extra storage. It's just brilliant. Do you have any wish lists for Bob?
Not really, no.
No.
No, the only things I want to get sorted out were that wheel bearing and the brakes.
Yeah,
and
the wheel bearing,
now sorted.
the wheels, the tyres themselves and whatnot, those were critical and urgent. Oh, and we need a door retainer catch as well.
Oh yeah, it all blows around a bit in the
Yeah,
room.
it's not quite sitting in the catch, which is frustrating.
This has been quick and concise.
Yes, that's been good. Moving on.
Moving on.
Curious Crandall. So, is it down the scrappy second-hand rear suspension? Swear at it until it's on, cheaper entertaining content, or down to the local garage and hand over the folded?
Well, that one's been answered. Bella's rear suspension, she went to the local garage. We just didn't have time. We didn't even have time to film them doing the work. We were invited to come down and film, but we were already on our way to Festival of the Unexceptional.
Yeah, and also we had to make sure we had a car for the Festival of the Unexceptional. So we had to, and we were stuck in crisis point where our car was broken and we needed somewhere to put our car.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
it's been a stressful few weeks.
Yeah.
And then we knew we needed Bella back on the road for this trip, so we knew it had to be fixed while we were away at Festival of the Unexceptional. So yeah, we had to farm the job out, and it is a shame because it'd be so good to film all the detail, but yeah, sometimes you just can't. But I would never have gone the second-hand route because all Berlingos wear out their rear suspension. Low mileage, high mileage. Low mileage tends to be more affected by the arm bearings wear out. If the car's just sitting in one place, it absolutely destroys the rear arm bearings. You get massive camber, horrible noises. I think Bella's suspension was starting to do that anyway, which ruled out just replacing the torsion bars, which can be done. So yeah, just complete axle. It's just the way to go, complete refurbished axle.
Yeah. So, Alan Williams, hello to the Hubnut family. I hope you're all well. Sorry, 2 questions. What is Bob wait for towing? And would a 2014 Skoda Fabia estate base model 1.2 3-cylinder be a Hubnut worthy family car? I have one and it has been brilliant with like 4 exclamation marks, so it must be brilliant.
Yeah, I'd say so. I like ordinary cars with 3-cylinder engines. It just adds that extra bit of whee! And,
bit of wet.
Whee! Yeah, I can't get over it. I love 3-cylinder engines. So yeah, very Hubnut worthy. And what was the other question?
Bob's weight for towing.
Bob's weight for towing, we don't actually know.
Yes, we do.
But we know
It's on the front.
We know the maximum gross weight, which I'm assuming would include, perhaps your water and
right. So
your awning and everything.
Yeah. So I believe
750 kilograms.
I believe it's 550 and then it's 750 maximum weight.
Okay, so we think we're around 550, 600 kilograms as we're towing her.
Yeah. For more accurate details, look on the Conway Owners Club.
Yes.
They're such a good website.
Very good website.
So, music is my therapy. If you could send a letter to yourself back in 10 years, what advice would you give yourself? Would you have encouraged yourself to start the Hubnut channel earlier? Let's assume YouTube was up and running properly in 2012. And what cars would be on your must-buy and on your avoid?
It's hilarious, isn't it? I mean, I just never even thought YouTube would be a thing. I had a very tiny channel, Yan2CV, where I'd put up a few videos of things I just thought were interesting, like a TR7 V8 rally car being thrashed around Silverstone, Silverstone Classic a long time ago. But that was just a hobby thing, and even starting Classic Hub, which became Hubnut, it was only ever a hobby thing.
Now, what about a car? What cars have become out of reach that you think I've missed the boat? See, for me, it's the Espas, because they're going for crazy money right now.
Espas, I very much regret that one, having driven Timo's example. I regret that. I was going to say Avon Times, but Avon Times has never got cheap.
They're not.
I think they're still at the bottom of the curve at the moment. They're about $4,000. You can pick them
I
up
saw
for about
one for about 8. I've seen them for about 8.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, but an imperfect one will still be around 4, and that's about as cheap as they will ever get.
Yeah, because it's rare and it's special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would have been nice to squirrel one of them away, but they were never cheap enough to fall under my radar.
No. But what advice would you give yourself?
I don't know really. Because I had no idea I would be where I am now. So how would I? I think
life is a journey, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I followed the advice I would have given myself anyway, which is just when opportunities present themselves, go for it. So when the opportunity to New Zealand came about, then I absolutely went for it. If I'd spent too long thinking about that, I would never have done it. Because it was insanity.
Yeah. When you were thinking about
it, fly to the other side of the world with 2 nights accommodation booked.
Oh my God!
And after that, anything goes, and we'll see what happens. Yeah.
So Tony Williams, who is J500 Ant, we've not seen the Hublets lately. We sold them.
Yeah.
No, we didn't. Just checking that they're both doing well and enjoying their summer break. So during the holidays, they go to their father, who lives quite a way away from us. So that's where they are right now. And yet they're having a lovely summer. Yeah.
They survived the heat wave, and it was even worse in Kent when it was in Wales.
It's worse where they are at the moment. But they're doing well. I think they're looking forward to their first Bob trip, though.
Yeah, which is coming soon. So you will see them hopefully fairly soon.
They'll be back very soon. mini Hubnut with probably even longer hair.
Yes.
And we don't know what colour little Miss Hubnut's hair is going to be.
We shall wait and see. Yeah.
Tim Clark, have you ever adjusted, rebuilt the friction dampeners on the 2CV? I get a horrible clunk from the rear suspension when going over bumps. I replaced the shocks and lubed the suspension spring canisters. Cheers. Tim in Capitola, California.
I think I got slightly carried away and actually answered that one.
I think you did.
Yeah. Only early 2CVs had friction dampers. They were gradually replaced by telescopic dampers instead, so I've never owned one with friction dampers. But a clunk at the rear end, the things to check are the arm bearings themselves. So if you can move the arm on its bearing, you disconnect the suspension.
You check 2CVs,
spring.
I'm just going to check these out.
So disconnect the suspension spring, and then you've got the arm. You can kind of wiggle it around and see if there's any play in the bearing, or take the end cap off, see if it's absolutely bone dry in there. Rear arm bearings don't often wear out on 2CVs, but they can and do eventually. So that's what I'll be checking. But yeah, the friction dampers might not be a thing. If it's in America, a lot of 2CVs in America are not as old as they purport to be.
There's a very similar question coming up.
Okay.
So, Clive Tucker, hello Hubnuts. Do you still get help at the unit from Paul, was it? It's just us, isn't it?
It's just us now. Yeah. And to be honest, I think it seems to be working better that way. I mean, difficulty is it's always...
Is this because I clean up after you?
Yeah, I love it. It is nice to have people help, but it's yet more chemistry, it's yet more distractions, yet more to think about, and yeah, it just doesn't always work. I think that the way I'm preferring is to farm out jobs to, especially now we've got more local friends.
Yeah.
Farm out jobs as and when. So the likes of Cambrian Classics has been hugely helpful, especially in emergency situations.
Oh gosh, he's been fantastic,
yeah,
Tim.
Lewis and Leanne at Whiteland Restoration
yeah.
obviously have been very helpful, and not just with the stuff you've seen on camera, Giselle stuff. It's just nice to have people to chat to about YouTube-y sort of a stuff as well. And of course they helped get Giselle going when Giselle went there, decided she didn't want to leave. So
that's gratitude, isn't it?
Yeah,
oh, I'm all
gratitude,
shiny.
yeah.
I'm staying.
Yeah, same gratitude as Titch the dog.
So, Admiral Alcatraz, if you could only have one sub £1,000 motor forever, what would it be? Harder to get hold of now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sub £1,000 cars getting very hard. Oh, excuse me. Very hard to find. It's just the heat's killing me. I mean, the Berlingo was under £1,000, but a few years earlier that would have been under 500 quid, I suspect. So rising scrap values, rising demand for used cars is making cheap cars quite hard to find.
I mean, Bella is a forever because we've, you know, this is our, yeah. Oh no, don't you start.
I'm going to replace it with a multipler. No, we're not doing multiplers again. Okay.
No, I like multiplers.
Okay.
I twitched because I really like the multipler.
Well, this is the key. As soon as you really like something, I sell it.
I know, right? Don't like Bella. I don't like her.
Okay,
She,
okay.
Oh my gosh, yeah, get rid.
Let's not say that. Well, she's just out there, people.
No, she's brilliant. £700 initially. If we'd have done the Baganomics piece, the suspension would have been the end of her. But she is our family wagon, and I mean, sub £2,000 to have a family car is great stuff.
Yeah, well, probably around £2,000, including the cam belt.
I would say just.
Yeah.
But in current climb, I think that's good.
Yeah. Okay.
Kai Peter Shellhasser. Hello. What's the plan for Myrtle the Matisse?
Oh, I haven't really got a plan for Myrtle. I've got a set of injectors for her, but she's off the road sawing at the moment as we're desperately trying to cut back expenditure a little. So yeah, she's just waiting her time at the moment.
Sorry, I'm just chuckling at one of the questions.
Okay. So yeah, not much with Myrtle, but obviously it's a car I can never be rid of.
No.
So
I'm sure you do have these. Any experience adjusting them, etc. 1465 friction damper, 2CV front rear.
is this the same chap?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm afraid I don't have any experience of friction dampers.
Okay, so S Rich GTR. That cat symbol looks familiar. I'm going to tweet you. It's probably a bad idea. I like starting with that. That's a great opener. Now you have 2 tow cars. Might you get a small trailer to stick Took on so she can adventure around somewhere that would otherwise be a bit of a pain to go to?
Yeah, I think that's something I would really like to do at some point. But of course, trailer is yet more space and expense. But yeah, because to be fair, driving tuk anywhere is terrifying, and to the point it genuinely feels unsafe, especially if there's wind about. And if I'd booked her in for an event somewhere and had to cancel because of the weather, that would be disappointing. But also, I can't take anyone with me if I go in tuk.
Yeah.
Whereas I can take the family with me if we tow tuk.
Yes, but we did have a little bit of temptation when we were up at Tanagoris, didn't we?
Did we?
Pondering if tuk could fit on the back of that crew cab.
Oh yeah, crew cab.
VW.
Excuse me.
Was it crew cab VW?
We need an afternoon nap, I think.
It's too hot.
Here's a crew cab
Can't even lie
Transporter
down.
T4.
Yeah, I was going to say T4. I'm getting there. She would have just about fit on the back of that, and everybody would have been able to travel in that.
Well, I got rid of it now.
Have they?
Yeah, it wasn't there last time I was there.
Oh, bad times. So, and Alan Lansdale, do you wish you bought a caravan, or are you happy with your gateway drug?
Happy with the gateway drug, sticking here for now. Yeah.
We had the choice of a caravan or this, and actually, I am so glad we got Bob.
Yeah.
My
only concern is the longevity if we're using it hard and trying to keep it dry and avoid the mildew for the winter. But we'll see.
But
caravans have damp issues as well.
Yeah,
so
but I've seen things like canopies for these for £150. So
blimey.
Yeah.
That's a lot of canvas.
I know. But it's a very specific niche thing.
Pay more than that for a 2CV roof.
It's a very specific niche thing, isn't it? Oh,
yeah.
Quick scroll. Okay.
We've only got 19 minutes of footage.
Okay, let's go.
Go.
Music is my therapy. Did this Q&A session go ahead? Yes. How absolutely lovely to see... Oh, Patrick W. How absolutely lovely to see a model of our favourite little one. I truly sadly have to admit, though, Oxford die casting infuriate me with their habit of messing up the proportions in things. It seems to be their signature trait, so sorry.
Oh, I think I've got the Invacar pretty much spot on.
It looks tidy.
I mean, of course, the thing is, you never see an Invacar from the angles you can look at the model from. It's sort of, you'd be about 20 foot in the air looking down on one. And they look very different from that angle. So I think they've done a pretty decent job on this one, I must say. And I'm not just saying that because they made a model of my car and I'm happy about that.
Scott Fisher, can we see a Skoda Felicia road test? At the time of writing, there is a black diesel estate on eBay for just $795.
That was at the time of writing, that was weeks ago. We've taken ages to get this together. So, I have very mixed feelings on the Felicia, so maybe I should drive one. But, yeah, I'm not sure I can forgive it for replacing the Favorite.
Okay. David Chandler, balloon debate. Mr. and Ms. Hubnut. Myrtle and Shemmy are in a hot air balloon that needs to shed one car to avoid crashing. Which car is dropped?
Bye, Shems.
No, not by Shems, by Myrtle.
I can't get rid of Myrtle.
You've got loads of sentimental cars. I got one. You're really sad.
I don't like this question.
You're really sad now.
I'm really sad. Oh, wow, that was a good loop.
Actually think somebody's going to throw your car... Whoa, that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Throw your car out of a hot air balloon. It's a theoretical.
Okay, next. I don't like that question. Makes me sad.
Oh, somebody's... Den Humphers, but it's got to be Myrtle.
Oh,
vicious.
Poor Myrtle.
By the way,
what's she ever done?
I'm only going through the question. I haven't got through the replies. Is that okay?
Yeah. Don't do replies.
Okay.
Okay. If I've answered them, that was stupid of me and I wasn't meant to. But sometimes the app doesn't show you what someone's left a comment about, so I can't tell if it's this Q&A post or if it's any other post. So I may have accidentally answered it in text.
Okay.
Carry on.
Okay. So I believe this is our last question.
Ooh,
I know,
that's good.
And this is from our friend Shane Marsh.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Ian and Carly. No question this time. Just a massive, humongous thank you for the endless shenanigans of general Hubnut life that you share with us. And I can only imagine the time and effort it must take to produce all these tremendous videos. Thank you for letting us in and experiencing all the joy and excitement and ups and downs with you. It's marvellous. P.S. Can't wait for the postman to bring my Tuk Junior.
Oh, well, thanks, Shane.
Thank you, Shane.
And once again, apologies to everyone for the delay in actually getting those out the door. At the moment, we're still not home to actually send them out.
Mm-hmm.
Cards arrived yesterday, I hope. Let's hope no one's stolen them, or I'll be handwriting them. And
we will
I'll
be.
do a little drawing of Tuk out everyone.
We've got stickers. We'll just stick them
we've got
on
stickers.
the
Yeah.
We've got this.
And yeah, the packaging's arrived, so we are good to go and start posting them out when we get back on Sunday after the 2CV event this weekend. And yeah, Monday the post office is going to hate us.
Yeah.
So there we go. Thank you very much, everyone. We managed to get there without running out of time, just about.
We are slightly melted.
Yeah, we are slightly melted. We're going to go and line the paddling pool together. Actually, show you the size of the paddling pool. That might not be happening. And it's sitting in the sun. Bad times. But yeah, the Hubnuts are chilling out variously. And I think we'll just go and join them. So thank you very much. And we'll see you in a future video. Farewell. I'm going paddling.